Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Wildcats Weekly, a weekly update at Littlefield High School sports here at West 11 Sports Media. I'm Cody West, along with Keith Logan. Keith, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great today.
Well, Keith, the Wildcats varsity baseball team had a big week. Only one game played, but it was still a big week as the Wildcats played Dimmitt on Saturday in their second district game of the season. The Wildcats improved to 2-0 in district play with a 13-1 victory over the Dimmitt Bobcats. You and I were there for the call, and it was one of those games where we didn't just blow them out of the water, but we scored a few runs in each inning and then eventually ended up getting that thing shut down in 5 innings, and a good win all the way around for the Wildcats offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it's a very good game. We took a week off due to the fact that we do have an odd number of teams in district, and then we didn't get to play River Road that was previously scheduled earlier in the year that Tuesday. So we had a big break. I imagine it allowed some of our players to get some rest. We were a little rusty probably, but hopefully we have a short turnaround this week when we come back and playing on Tuesday. So hopefully we're going to look a little fine-tuner and kind of get ready to go for this district push.
Taking a look at the box score for the Wildcats, we scored 3 runs in the first inning, 2 runs in the second inning. Our only scoreless inning was the third. Then we exploded for 6 runs in the fourth inning and 2 runs in the fifth inning. The Wildcats scored 13 runs on 8 hits. We had no errors and left 7 runners stranded on base. Dimmitt scored their only run of the game in the second inning. They had 1 run on 5 hits. They had 5 errors and left 5 runners stranded on base according to our scorebook. One of the highlights of the game was Bryson Calloway, who jacked a 3-run homer over the right center field wall. And, it's one of those things that he seems capable of doing at any time, at any at-bat. If you remember, it was a 3-0 count. He had 3 balls and no strikes when he hit that thing out of the park. And Coach McNeese gave him the green light, and, of course, he went the other way with it. But, man, that was an exciting moment.
Yeah, very exciting moment right there for Bryson Calloway. There was the second home run of the year. He has power, both sides of the field. I believe that first home run to Childress he pulled it, I believe, but I'm not quite sure. But, he has good power to both sides of the field. He's definitely a power hitter, so he's kind of in that third slot. Batting order is kind of a perfect slot for him.
Callaway with the home run in the fourth inning. Here's the highlight from our live broadcast here at West 11 Sports Media.
Callaway's going to pop this one up. High fly ball out into center field. It's going back, and it is up against the wall. It's out of here. This is a 3-run home run for Bryson Callaway to make it 8-1 Littlefield, as Callaway hit it high and deep over the right center field wall.
Good job right there, but Bryson Callaway was able to pull the ball to the opposite field. A great job.
That was our call here at West 11 Sports Media as Bryson Callaway hits a 3-run home run in the fourth inning. Again, the Wildcats win 13-1. And taking a look at the top to bottom batting order for the Littlefield Wildcats hitting-wise, it was a complete team effort where Nathan Hobbs, the number 1 batter in the order, went 1 for 4 at the plate for the Littlefield Wildcats against Dimmitt. He did have a single on the day, but Nathan Hobbs scored 3 runs for the Littlefield Wildcats. Nate Herrera was 2 for 3 at the plate with a single and a double. He had 2 runs scored. Bryson Callaway, of course, was 1 for 3 at the plate. With that home run, he had 3 runs batted in and also scored 2 runs. Seth Hartley, the cleanup hitter, went 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and 2 runs batted in. Seth Clayton was 2 for 3 at the plate with 2 runs scored on 2 singles for Seth Clayton. Brian Acevedo went 0 for 2 at the plate for the Littlefield Wildcats. Jet Hartley was 0 for 1 at the plate officially with 2 runs scored. Jeremiah Molina went 0 for 3 at the plate, and John Castillo was also 0 for 3 at the plate for the Littlefield Wildcats. But from top to bottom, Littlefield was able to get base runners on. We had some timely hitting and, of course, come away with a big win, 13-1. Littlefield moves to 2-0 in district play. Dimmitt falls to 0-3. Pitching for the Wildcats was Nate Herrera, who threw the complete game, 5 innings. He faced a total of 21 batters. He threw 63 pitches. He gave up only 1 run on 5 hits. He had 3 strikeouts and only walked 1 batter. Nate Herrera, the winning pitcher for the Wildcats. Taking a look at some other Littlefield High School sports over the last week, of course, our golf teams were in action. Our Lady Cats softball team was in action, and then our track teams were in action as well. Want to send a shout out to the Littlefield Lady Cats varsity track team. They did win first place as a team at the Mule Shoe Relays. We don't have the individual results here with us today, but we want to congratulate the Lady Cats. We've got one heck of a track team.
Yeah, definitely want to, hats goes off to the coaching staff for the track team. You remember that they ran on that Friday where it snowed and it was like really crazy weather, but they were able to, battle the elements and, skies kind of opened up and let them run track, and they were able to get the first track meet win.
Yes, sir. The Littlefield Wildcats and Lady Cats golf teams were at district last week, and taking a look at some of the results for the golf teams, the Lady Cats finished the first round of district play in third place with a team score of 519. Individually for Littlefield, Caroline Cozart shot a 107, Kaylee Glasscock a 147, Cambry Hanlon 123, and Mally McGeehee shot a 142. So the Littlefield Lady Cats are in third place going into the second round of district golf. The second and final round, the first place team was Shallow Water, second place Mule Shoe, coming out of the first round of district play. Taking a look at the boys golf tournament for the Littlefield Wildcats. As a team, Littlefield shot a 484 in the first round of the district golf tournament. Kyler Benton came in with a 111. Lane Kaufman shot a 126. Brogan Stewart shot a 138. Tyler Klein shot a 133. And Tanner McNabb shot a 114 individually for the Littlefield Wildcats, as Littlefield will be headed to the second round of the district tournament on the boys and girls side coming up next week. So we want to send them all the very best as well. And it's just a busy, busy time for everybody at Littlefield High School. In addition to all the sports that you and I cover, the UIL teams are in action as well, competing in UIL events. And then, of course, the Littlefield Lady Cats, who kind of took one on the chin against Shallow Water in the district opener. The Lady Cats had a tough go of it here at Lady Cats Field, but Shallow Water won that game in dominating fashion.
Yeah, I was able to see a little bit of that game. Shallow Water is a very good softball team. They definitely have a lot of athletes, 1 through 9. They also, I think they've kind of bumped their way into the top 25 or top 20 of the softball rankings. And for the most part, Littlefield battled really hard. They just ran out of gas, and they just came up to a juggernaut in Shallow Water.
Yes, sir, and of course the Lady Cats will have to face the Phillies once again this season in district play, but I know they'll rebound well, and we're hoping for another big week of Littlefield High School sports. You and I will be at the baseball games this week, and it's going to be a big week for the Wildcats as we have Freona on Tuesday night and then Shallow Water on Saturday. So it's a big week for the Wildcats baseball team, big week for the track teams, the golf teams, the softball team, and it's again that time of year, and it's such a busy time, but we really enjoy covering these kids and promoting these kids at Littlefield High School. They're doing very well, and we encourage the community to get out and support these kids if at all possible.
Yeah, definitely. You want to come out. I mean, a lot of these kids do multiple events. They do multiple sports, so they never stop. So like you said, if there's for the most part, all the athletic events now are pretty much free. So as long as you just show up, you get to watch some of these great Littlefield athletes perform at their best.
Yes, sir. And you and I are doing this once a week, Wildcats Weekly, a podcast where we cover the previous week at Littlefield High School sporting events. Having a good time. We do appreciate your help as always, and we'll see you again next week.
Yes, sir.
Keith Logan, I'm Cody West. You're listening to Wildcats Weekly here at West11sports.com.